Hi guys, StarStealer80 here, and I'm going to show you a project I've been working on for the last few months, which is a jukebox. Originally I wanted something in create mode that would play music at random, and it has sort of spiraled into a device that allows people to input their own choices as well as play songs at random. So, let's have a look. Let's start off with the music. So here's an array of 25 songs, A through E, 1 through 5, and the user will be able to select the corresponding song depending on what button they push. Now each of the songs have pretty similar microchips, so of course there's going to be some details that will be different, such as the sensor for which song should be playing, as well as some counters which are set to the length of the song. So this is a countdown that will keep things active while the song is playing. Things such as the album art, which is here. And then also something that indicates that a song is playing, so that no other song can kind of override what is playing at that moment, which is really handy. Because then, if not, then a whole bunch of timers will be going off at the same time. This is another count up timer though. It's set to the same time as the length of the song. And once that has been activated, it's going to turn on the switcheroo, which is the time period in between songs. If no song had been selected by the user, it will start the next random song, or else it will just pause the random music. And I also have a tag for ending the program, so if I wanted to go back to its first state of not playing any music, end program will set all the switches, all the triggers, everything, selectors, back to the start. Resting is one of those triggers that is when things get set to the start. Pink shoelace is the music. Audio tweaker is just to make sure that the volume of the song is all the way up at 100%, as I do change the volumes at different points.
Just before the angels come to carry me, I want it down and right and how to bury me.
So as you can see here, the next song has the same layout, different timer lengths, but it pretty much does the same thing. It will show that particular song's album art. It will play that particular song. This is the tag that says it's Mr. Sandman, so only that this song will play. And again, this is duplicated. So 25 times I've had to copy, paste for all the different songs on here. This microchip here is the Jukebox Main Street, as I like to call it. It's the main program that kind of runs everything. So whether or not it is a random song or user selected song, this is what controls it. So there's a selector here. The first output goes to nothing. This is basically sets it to rest, or end program will set it to this output of nothing. The second output is for the random song, which I'll show you how that works next. And then the third output is for pausing the random action so that the user input can take priority. Next up is the switcheroo. This is the time period in between two songs, and so I put on a sound here that makes it sound like the jukebox is chugging along trying to switch the discs, and there's about a 2-second time period in between the two songs. This microchip is where the randomized program is that selects any one of those 25 songs from the list when the user hasn't already put a song into the queue. This microchip here is for the jukebox user input. So A through E, each of those microchips inside of that will have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the user input, and then it will place on hold the user selected song. And once that song has been selected and the time is right, it will activate the switcheroo, switch the song from the previous song to the one that is selected by that user. I'm not going to go into too much detail of these final three microchips. I'm still kind of working on them, perfecting them a little bit here. But this is where the user actually physically has to hit the X button to choose a song. So there's two parts to it. First part is where the user chooses the alpha or letters, so A through E, and then the second one is going to be the numeric. So after they select a letter, they're going to select the corresponding number, and then the song that is set to that combination will start playing. These two microchips are kind of visual, so when the user is going through A through E on the jukebox, it will highlight the corresponding letter so that they know what they have landed on, and then when they select it, it will move on from letter to number, and then the corresponding numbers will be highlighted as the user scrolls through them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I hope you like what you see. If you're interested in using this in your level, just let me know. I'd be happy to share it. Again, my PSN is StarStealer80, and it's the same handle for my Twitch. Feel free to leave comments, let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks guys, cheers.